And hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about some of the new units that came out in Fire Emblem, and how they're going to be changing the meta. So it might be a longer video today, so grab yourself a drink or some weed, whatever you do while you watch your YouTube videos, and let's jump right on into this. So to start with, looking at the new king of the meta. Possibly not. He's got a lot of competition with red swords, but we all know Sigurd is really good, especially against mages. He can even tank a Rein. We know how big of a problem Reinhardt is in this meta right now. So let's look at Sigurd a little more in depth here. He's coming in base stats. 10 attack if he's got a boon in that, which is pretty good. Ends up at 38. But what we really want to look at is all of his weapons and skills. His legendary weapon, Divine Tearfing, absolutely miles better than the regular Tearfing. So it puts Res 3 on him, and you get 50% less damage from the first magic attack, which combines excellent with his exclusive skill, Crusader's Ward, which if he receives consecutive attacks from foes 2 spaces away, he'll reduce the second attack by 80%. So I've heard a lot of people talking about putting distant counter on Sigurd, and if you're going to do that, you're completely diluting his B skill, his exclusive skill. So at that point, you're taking away his A and his B skill, and you're just making any other red sword, distant counter unit. I mean, you can throw a distant defense 3 seal on Xander, and he essentially does just as well as distant counter red, and still has his A slot open. But still, Sigurd, an amazing unit, definitely going to be a problem for Reinhardt's and green mages. Anything. This man is a true monster. Definitely gonna try to get him and put him on my Horse Emblem team. With Horse Emblem buffs, he's essentially one-hit KOing if he's merged almost every unit in the game. Blues obviously are a little bit of a problem, but he's still an amazing unit, and definitely going to be shaking up the meta if you ask me. And that leads us to Deirdre here, his love and either way, she absolutely fucking outclasses Julia, which sucks because I spent so much SP and effort into my Julia just for her mom to come here and fucking blow her out of the water. But yes, Deirdre, the Lady of the Forest, also a unit I'd recommend going to get. Max neutral stats, 36 HP, 33 attack, 28 speed. Speed's kind of weak. Defense 16 and res 35. What a monster. Plus res gives her 38 res. She's fucking taking any magic hits out there. So much, just like Julia. I mean, Julia's pretty good, but Deirdre's just a little bit better. And her weapons and skills really put in some work. So she has the divine version of Naga. Man, why you gotta do that to Julia? The kids are supposed to be better. But it's effective against dragons, just like regular Naga, and it nullifies bonuses. So it's gonna hurt Reinhardt on cavalry teams for sure. You'll notice I'm mentioning Reinhardt a lot. He's real popular in tier 20 meta. In the arena, you see plus 10 merged Reinhardt at least 5 times in your 7-match run. And he really fuck up your deathless runs. So Deirdre might, if I can get her, is going to be a great addition to my arena teams, and especially with the legendary weapons being worth a lot more points. So that's her weapon there. She comes with quick riposte. That's funny because I put quick riposte on my Julia. I essentially made this, as much as I could. Didn't have speed ploy. I essentially made Deirdre, with my Julia before Deirdre ever came out. It's pretty funny. And she comes with speed ploy. So just like any other ploy skill, hers is with res. So res 1 or more lower than the unit, suffers speed 5. Bitch has monster res, so she's hitting the speed ploy on him pretty much every unit. I think a couple like Sonya and the Summer Leo might be able to dodge it, But that kind of nullifies her lower speed skill, allows her to not be doubled as much, and she's just a monster. And we all know quick riposte allows her to double back, so that's pretty fucking good. And yeah, her base kit is really synergistic. I don't know what else to say. Deirdre's gonna be fucking wrecking Reinhardt's left and right, so that will be quite cool. There's a third unit in the Holy War banner, Tail Tui, but she's interesting. She's got decent stat spread. She's a Blar Blade user. Just another blue blade tome user. I mean, there's not that many of them. I guess May and Delthea, I guess. I don't know if you put blade tomes on her. I've never been able to get Delthea. But yeah, so those two units from the Holy War banner are really going to check Reinhardt and Brave Lyn a little bit. With Sigurd, might be able to do some work on Brave Lyn. So let's continue on with some of the newer units announced. Well, this is Reinhardt here, you know, getting beat up. So what's going to happen to him in the upcoming meta with these new units and even all the new dancers. I'll talk about those a little more at the end. The new dancers can really give Reinhardt some trouble. So, but yeah, what does that mean for Reinhardt? Well, we've got these guys coming as well as Arden, I think his name is, the armored guy. They really missed out on their chance with Arvis here. Could have made him the first armored mage in the game. However, I think they're going to be really releasing some of these units eventually in a banner, like these ones that are the Tempest Trial and whatnot. So this motherfucker, Arvis, has some decent stats. He's going to be a good red tome user if you don't have Celica or Tharja. So he's it's going to be a grand hero battle, so he's just no boons or banes on him, unfortunately, and not going to be able to merge him. But got 33 HP, 34 attack, 31 speed, 17 defense, and 33 res. So he's going to be a Nino check. He's going to hit Deirdre, Julia, Cecilia's, just all your problem green mages out there. If you're running female Robin's got a couple niches here and there I find to be useful, but so we'll go in a little more depth on him. Volflame is his unit, or is his legendary weapon. At start of the turn, all foes in cardinal directions with res 1 or more lower will suffer attack res -4. So he's just attack res ploy pretty much built into his weapon, which is fucking awesome. Comes with Growing Flame. I don't really care for the 5-turn cooldown specials besides Aether with like Heavy Blade. But it's all good. Comes with Recovering. So essentially, fucking Renewal 4 right here. Restores 10 HP at the start of every turn. Can't be inherited, unfortunately. My Celica would love that. But so that's unfortunate. That's his B slot. So that still leaves your A slot open for distant defense, or to help against Lyns, or Darting Blow if you want to like double people a lot. Just whatever you're trying to put in there. Can always give them Life and Death and Desperation, but that gets rid of Recovering, which you want to use their exclusive skills. I like to try to kind of build around those, give the unit a little bit of their personality. Also has Defense Ploy. So this motherfucker here is a debuffing king. He is ploying 3 of your opponent's stats. That is just nuts. And with res at 33, that is pretty fucking nice. And you can give him resistance +3, I guess, make it 36, because he's not going to be playing Deidre's. But still, overall, a very impressive unit. Reinhardt's still going to rape the fuck out of him, but either way, he's quite impressive. And then right next to him, we've got Ira. Fucking waifu of the century. This bitch right here is fucking beautiful. But hopefully she's the first one we get out of these, because I really want one of her. Then it doesn't say if it's going to be Grand Hero Battle or Tempest Trial. I'm hoping we get a new Tempest Trial soon too. it's been real dry recently in Fire Emblem. The voting gauntlets are getting boring, and just not much to do there. Excuse me, guys. Let me grab a quick drink. Yeah, there we go. So, as we all know, I don't know if y'all know, if you watch the reveal video or whatever, her stats, you caught her in the little video. Her stats are very well balanced, I think, and she has a huge base stat total for a sword unit. And her legendary weapon, Iris Blade, as we all know, is the shit. It's pretty essentially heavy blade, but for speed, and it also grants her +3 speed. So she's a fast unit. She's got a special, exclusive special. It boosts the damage dealt by 40% of her speed. I think that's averaging out to like 18 to 19 points every time you proc that. It is a 2-turn cooldown, and with her heavy blade skill, she is proccing that every fucking turn. She also comes with Swift Sparrow too. Like, this unit is disgusting. So fucking disgusting. Attack and speed +4 for Swift Sparrow 2 if you don't know. And that is making her a monster. I'm sorry, I didn't read over her base stats for you. Let's do that so that way you can understand a little more. At level 40, 5-star, she is having 41 HP, 33 attack without her weapon, speed 37, defense 31, and res 21. With her weapon, that is 49 attack. That is crazy. And with Regnal Astra proccing every turn, she is annihilating units. I mean, just mowing through the cast of units. It is insane. She comes with Desperation 3 as well on her, which we all know is great skill. Love Desperation. I can't say enough about it. I wish that more units had it so I could fucking get it more. It's insane. She has, in my opinion, the best legendary sword. Better than Siegfried, better than Rygento, better than all those distant counter swords. Because we all know speed is the most important stat in Fire Emblem games, and Iris Blade is so good. She has such high speed, but with the Phantom Speed Seal, when compared to your opponent's speed, raises it by 5, or so something like that. I don't really remember it exactly, but I know with Phantom Speed Seal and her high speed, she is always proccing Iris Blade off, and it is insane. The biggest problem with her, of course, is being a red unit with low resistance. Is red mages, blue mages, and dragon units gonna come through and wreck the shit out of her. Like Reinhardt. I go back to Reinhardt every time because he's a problem unit in this meta. I mean, just today I was playing Arena and I faced every match there was Reinhardt. They weren't all +10 merged, but they were there, quick and pulsed, moon bow, ready to get it done, and they're little bastards, I'll tell you that. So those are some of the newer units that they've released. And so what is that going to spell for our, top tier meta units, and what's going to happen in Arena? Well, I think we're going to see a lot less Reinhardt. Not only because of all these new units that I just went over, but all the dancer units, the limited dancer units that came out. Azura, an unmerged Azura with plus res, and her Triangle Adept 3 can tank a shot from the Reinhardt. +10 merge, quick and pulse moon bow. I believe death blow on there. I'm not sure. I have to redo the calcs. But he is in with the Hone Cavalry boost. I'm almost certain he is. Not going to be doing too much again. And Azura is going to kill him back. And if you put distant counter on her, it's going to be a little iffy. You have to play with the stats and stuff, but you can get there and you can just KO Reinhardt back in retaliation. Also, Inigo came out, the green dancing mage. Motherfucker is the shit, dude. You put Raven Tome on him, plus, Ground Raven Plus on him from Cecilia, which I did. He can then check Reinhardt and Brave Lyn. which is the two most oppressive units in the meta, if you ask me. I see them every match. If it's not Reinhardt, it's Brave Lyn. If it's not a whole cavalry team with them both, it's Brave Lyn and like 3 fucking dancers. I mean, it never ends, you know. So I'm looking forward to see Reinhardt go down. Also, Shigure came out, but he can't really check Reinhardt here. And Olivia, with a little bit of work, she can check the Reinhardt, but not as great. Sigurd, though, with Reinhardt's poor stats, really, Sigurd is going to tank that Reinhardt shot with his abilities and his Divine Tierfing, and then probably come back and one-shot the Reinhardt, depending on, because most people build him offensively. They don't put much defensive skills into him. So, yeah, I think Reinhardt is going to have a fall from grace from the meta, just like Takumi did. Takumi used to be the king of the meta. Y'all remember that shit? Takumi's everywhere. I used to hate running to Takumi. But, yeah, then Brave Lyn came out. Innis came out. Summer Gaius came out. There's plenty of archers out there now. I mean, Quad Suna's a thing. All kinds of the shit. That's just Bride Pridelia, like the fucking original one that killed him off. I didn't even mention her. But yeah, so that's, I think Reinhardt's going to fall from grace. Don't get me wrong, Reinhardt's going to be in the meta still, but he's going to not be as popular because there's multiple checks out there for him now. And then moving on to same thing with Lyn. I don't think we're going to see, this is waifu number 2, by the way. I don't think we're going to see her in the meta very much either, because same thing with the new units that came out, especially Sigurd. Sigurd's going to just fucking wreck her. I mean, he has close defense, but if you switch that, I mean, he's got high defense anyway. So if you just like give him some home cavalry and some fortified cavalry and maybe a defense, distant defense seal, he's going to fuck her up. Deflect missile that seal if anybody's making it. What's her name? Ira is just so fast, she'll fucking annihilate her. And then got, of course, all the new mage dancers and stuff. Azura's not a mage in that one. I don't know why I keep referring. She's an axe user. But she cannot handle Lyn, obviously. She's got terrible defense. She's best for baiting out Reinhardt's, but going into like Shigure and Inigo, they are excellent. Put the Raven Tomes on them, Triangle Adept, and they're there to handle it. I don't even think Shigure needs the Triangle Adept. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the calcs again. I think I put like Darting Blow on my Shigure and try to put them a little more offensive. But yeah, those dancers are really going to be oppressing Lyn here. And I didn't put Arden on any of the photos here, but once he comes out with his fucking massive speed, and I'm pretty sure he's got high speed. I'll have to look at the stats again. And being an armored unit, obviously, he's going to be able to tank Lyns and then come back and kill them just like a Black Knight would be able to do, So yeah, I mean, pardon me, guys. I'm going to grab a quick hit here. Talking a lot. I got to calm it down. Hope you guys are getting some weed in there for you yourselves. It's nothing like a good bowl and some Fire Emblem, and a nice ice cold peach lemonade. You gotta stay hydrated out there. Yeah. So pretty much just what I want to talk about is what's going to be changing in the meta. Expect to see Lyns and Reinhardt falling off with the new units that are coming out and the dancers that came out. If you can summon, if you have orbs, I definitely recommend summoning for Sigurd and Deirdre. 100% worth it. I don't know what else to say. Sigurd's my man. So with that, I'm going to have to say thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like. If you have any disagreements or anything that you want to mention in the comments, go ahead and leave it down there. Just be sure to be kind, and we'll catch you all next time.